We are profoundly shocked at the impact on civilians of the Israeli forces' operation in Al-Nazarat at the weekend to secure the release of 4 hostages. Hundreds of Palestinians, many of them civilians, were reportedly killed and injured. The manner in which the raid was conducted in such a densely populated area seriously calls into question whether the principles of distinction, proportionality and precaution, as set out under the laws of war, were respected by the Israeli forces. Our office is also deeply distressed that Palestinian armed groups continue to hold many hostages, most of them civilians, which is prohibited by international humanitarian law. Furthermore, by holding hostages in such densely populated areas, the armed groups doing so are putting the lives of Palestinian civilians, as well as the hostages themselves, at added risk from the hostilities. All these actions by both parties may amount to war crimes. The High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, welcomes Security Resolution 2735, calling for a full and complete ceasefire, the release of hostages held by Palestinian armed groups, the return of the remains of dead hostages, and the exchange of Palestinian prisoners. An immediate priority must be to ensure the full and unfettered flow of humanitarian aid to the desperate population of Gaza. The fact that 4 hostages are now free is clearly very good news. These hostages should never have been taken in the first place. It's a breach of international humanitarian law. They must be freed, all of them, promptly. And so when we call out our office and say with what is the breach on with respect to the Palestinian armed groups, the taking of hostages, the use of indiscriminate projectiles towards Israel, these are all breaches. Simple.